This video is to help you answer the questions, what am I good at? And how am I going to find the best career for me? You're going to do that by discovering your most successful qualities and also your key strengths. I'm going to start with a personal success chart, one exercise. I want you to think of the past successes that you've had in your life. They don't have to be earth-shattering successes. I want it to be anything that stands out in your mind as an achievement from your past. And I want you to think back as young as you can remember. So list as many things in each age group as you can remember. If you need more space, use a separate piece of paper. This might be a really good time for you to start a separate workbook for all of your life planning strategies. I can't tell you how many of these scribblers or workbooks or binders that I've filled over the years. And as a matter of fact, the book that I've written and my online course are a result from all those scribblers. So on your piece of paper, you're going to write down the age group. So the first group I want you to think about is between the ages of 5 and 15. Beside that, you're going to write down what are some of the successes that you can remember in your life, anything that stands out to you as an achievement between the age of 5 and 15. And then beside that success, you're going to write down just a couple of notes. Why did you feel that that was such a success? Why did you feel? Why is it a memory as an achievement in your life? And write that down beside. So in each of the age groups, I want you to think through this process. The first group is 5 to 15 years. The second group is 16 to 21 years, and the third group is 22 to 29 years. Beside each, write down what is the achievement or the success that you remember from that time period in your life, and then beside that, why did you consider that to be an achievement? Why did you consider that to be a success in your life? So pause the video now, take a couple of minutes to go through and complete that part of the exercise, and I'll see you when you're finished. So great, congratulations, you've recognized those past successes. It's really important that we also recognize strengths in both ourselves and other people around us. But before we go on to the strength part of the exercise, I want you to think a little bit about your definition of success. And this might take a little bit of time. It's not something that's always easy for us to think about what is our personal definition of success. If you struggle with this, you can also think about who is the most successful person that you know. And maybe you could write about what is it about that person that makes you feel he or she's so successful. So just take a minute now and write out what you would consider your personal definition of success to be right now at this point in time. There you are. So now there's two things that I'd like you to do. The first is to list your most successful lifetime experience, and the second is your least successful lifetime experience. And when you write out each of these, on the next slide, I'll tell you what we're going to do with that information. So you're writing out your most successful lifetime experience that you can remember, and your least successful lifetime experience that you can remember. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. So there we are. Now the purpose of this personal success exercise is really twofold. First is to have you recognize that you have had some past successes, I want you to give some thought to those successes and give yourself that pat in the back. And the second is to determine what are some of the common qualities or common characteristics that each of your successes has been based on. Was there some commonalities? For example, was there some acceptance? Or was there a feel for power or a feel for recognition? The feeling of independence or academic achievement? Monetary achievement, the need to expand your horizons, the need for family acceptance. What were some of the commonalities that ran through the different successes that you've listed there? So I want you to list now, and as you've even thought about your most successful experience and your least successful experience, to figure out what were some of the common qualities and common characteristics that had to exist in order for you to feel so successful. And write down what you feel are the top 3. And these would be those qualities or characteristics that were most often repeated. So what would you consider to be your top 3 successful qualities or characteristics? So again, these are the qualities and characteristics within you that makes you feel successful. So congratulations for completing that personal success chart. The last exercise is your experience and strength chart. So all of us have had experiences that stand out in our minds. They might not be anything that you've ever discussed with anyone before, but for some reason they've marked your memory of childhood for whatever reason or for whatever importance. So again, I want to say that you don't need to share this information with anyone. I want you to be as open and honest with yourself as possible. And this is what I would like you to do. Take your piece of paper and draw a line straight down the middle. On the one side, you're going to write the word experience. On the other side, you're going to write the word strength. And what I want you to do is I want you to write out both good and bad experiences or memories. And I don't want you to limit yourself. You can write out as many as you can think of. So again, you might start as young as you can remember. Anything that stands out as an experience, whether it was good or bad, is what you're going to write down on the experience side. What you're going to write down on the strength side is what is the strength that you've gained because of that experience. And what I want you to help to identify here is that even if it was a bad memory or what you would consider a negative memory, there's some strength that you've taken from that. And the minute that you can identify the strength that you've gained and why you're a better person for having had that strength added to your life, then instead of always focusing or thinking about the memory itself, you'll start focusing on the strength instead. You'll replace that memory with a strength. So I've got a couple of examples from my own childhood that I'll just share with you as examples. The first one was I started working when I was just 12 years old, part-time, and it was a really big deal for me to buy my own set of roller skates. So that's a very vivid memory for me. So the strength that I would have gained from that is the ability to handle money and to accept responsibility. Another experience was I was ridiculed in grade 5. So someone then maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. And it was because I had crooked teeth. I absolutely hated school and I didn't want to go. And I was teased a lot. I remember crying at the kitchen table in the morning, not wanting to go to school. So what's the strength that I gained from that? The ability to stand up for myself and also the proof that you can live through bad times and they don't last and that good times soon follow. Another experience was as I went on into high school, I ended up becoming the vice president of the Students' Council, prom queen in my grade 12 year at high school. And the strength that I gained from that was, first of all, accepting the help of other people because somebody else believed in me and thought I could do that. And then secondly, the willingness to be able to take a chance. And as a result was standing up in public and being able to speak and be accepted by other people, the leadership and responsibility that came along with that. So go ahead now. It's your turn. I want you to write down every experience that you can remember, both good and bad. And then beside that, what are some of the strengths that you've gained because of those experiences? Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. So congratulations, there you have it. The answer to your question, what am I good at? You have a list of good and bad experiences that have given you the strengths that make you who you are today. You've acknowledged some of your earliest memories of success in your life. You've acknowledged your least successful memory and your most successful memory. And then through these exercises now, you can see some common characteristics and qualities that you have. You can now understand what qualities and characteristics need to exist in order for you to feel successful, whether it's at work or generally in your life. So I don't want you to leave your life to chance. I want you to go out there and continue exploring, continue planning, and continue achieving. And I firmly believe that once you're prepared and once you have a plan of action, the luckier you'll be in life. Cheers. So I'd like you to click now on the link at the bottom of this video to check out the online course, Discover 7 Key Success Factors to Personally Kickstart Your Life and Career After Graduation. It will help you own your worth, it will help you find the best career, and it's going to help you get lucky in life. So please go to keysuccessfactorsforgraduates.com. Cheers for now.